I remember talking to a friend of mine at a camp. He had been on an upward trajectory, doing well in life, running a business, and raising a family, but then things took an unexpected turn. His wife wanted a divorce, and he was faced with the possibility of selling his business. He was at a low point, feeling like he might have to start over, possibly by taking a job at a local hardware store. He confided in me, saying he wasn't sure what to do next, and that he felt lost. After listening to him, I gave him a simple but powerful piece of advice. If I were in your position, I would start walking. Let me explain what I meant. Imagine waking up alone in the middle of a thick forest. You have no idea where you are or where to go. The only way to find your way out is to pick a direction and start moving. It doesn't matter if you can't see the sun or if you don't know where the nearest town is. The key is to move. As you move, you'll eventually come across some downhill terrain, which might lead you to a stream. That stream will lead you to a river, and the river will eventually lead you to civilization. The important part is to start moving, because if you just stand still, you'll never make any progress. My advice wasn't just about literally walking, it was about taking action when things seem uncertain. Too often, when we face challenges, we become paralyzed, trying to figure out the perfect solution before we take any action. But life doesn't always work that way. Sometimes there are no clear signs or obvious paths forward. In those moments, we have to trust ourselves, pick a direction, and start walking. Action, even if imperfect, is better than inaction. I also spoke to my friend about reframing situations. He saw the idea of working at Home Depot as a punishment, something beneath him. But I encouraged him to view it as an opportunity. I told him that if he ended up working at Home Depot, he could make his aisle the most organized and well-run in the store. He could approach the job with a positive attitude, aiming to excel, and in doing so, I believed he would eventually be given more responsibility, more aisles, then the front of the store, and perhaps even a management position. I emphasized the importance of seeing opportunities where others might see setbacks. Working at Home Depot wasn't a step back. It was a chance to prove himself, to build relationships, and to make the best out of a challenging situation. This idea of reframing challenges as opportunities is crucial. When we view obstacles as insurmountable barriers, we limit ourselves. But when we see them as chances to grow, to improve, and to show our resilience, we open ourselves up to possibilities we may have never imagined. I talked to my friend about aiming, setting our sights on something positive and working towards it. If we approach a situation thinking it's going to be awful, that's exactly what it will be. But if we go in with the mindset that we're going to do our best and make the most of it, we're much more likely to succeed. Let me share another story from my time in the military. When I first joined SEAL Team 1, I was tasked with cleaning toilets. It wasn't a glamorous job, but I approached it with enthusiasm, determined to do it well. One of my teammates even turned the task into a sort of game, outfitting his gear to make cleaning more efficient and fun. The point was that we embraced the task, however unappealing it might have been, and in doing so, we made the best of it. It's a lesson that applies to all aspects of life. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do, but our attitude towards those tasks can make all the difference. I also spoke about the importance of embracing the uncomfortable and not shying away from difficult situations. Life is inherently challenging, and it is through these challenges that we grow stronger and more resilient. When we are faced with tasks or circumstances that seem beneath us or unpleasant, we have a choice in how we respond. We can either approach them with resentment and negativity, or we can embrace them as opportunities to learn and improve. My friend saw working at Home Depot as a punishment, but by reframing it as an opportunity to grow, to become the best at whatever job he was given, he could turn what seemed like a setback into a stepping stone for future success. This mindset of viewing challenges as chances to grow is a powerful tool for navigating the ups and downs of life. If you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what to do, my advice is simple. Start walking. Start taking action, even if you're not sure it's the right action. By moving, you'll start to see new opportunities, and you'll begin to make progress. Standing still, waiting for the perfect solution, will only keep you stuck. Life is about movement, about progress. And sometimes the only way to find the right path is to start walking, even if you're not sure where it will lead. I also touched on the concept of past experiences. My friend felt like he was starting over, but I reminded him that he wasn't starting from scratch. He had years of experience, skills, and knowledge that he could draw upon. Even if he had to take a step back, he was still ahead of where he started because of everything he had learned along the way. This is an important reminder for all of us. No matter how many setbacks we face, we are never truly starting over. We carry with us the lessons and experiences from our past, and those are invaluable assets. The accumulation of our past experiences is like a toolbox that we carry with us. Every challenge, every failure, and every success adds a new tool to that box. When we face difficult times, we can draw from those experiences to help us navigate through. My friend may have felt like he was at rock bottom, but in reality, he had an entire toolbox of skills, knowledge, and resilience that he had built over the years. This toolbox is what allows us to move forward, even when the path seems uncertain. It's what gives us the confidence to take that first step, to start walking, even when we don't know where we are headed. There's also the idea of drivable terrain, another analogy I used. When you're driving and you see an accident ahead, you don't focus on the obstacles. You focus on the drivable terrain, the path that will get you through safely. The same applies to life. If we focus on the obstacles, we're more likely to hit them. But if we focus on the opportunities, on the paths that are open to us, we're more likely to find a way forward. It's about where we choose to place our attention. Are we focusing on what's blocking our way? Or are we focusing on the possibilities that lie ahead? The story I shared is a powerful reminder that life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Sometimes, things don't go as planned, and we find ourselves in situations we never imagined. But in those moments, we have a choice. We can stand still, feeling lost and overwhelmed, or we can start walking. We can take action, even if we're not sure where it will lead, and trust that by moving forward, we will eventually find our way. One of the key takeaways from my story is the importance of taking ownership of our situation. It's easy to feel like a victim when things go wrong, to blame circumstances or other people for our misfortunes. But true empowerment comes from taking ownership of our situation, no matter how dire it may seem. By taking ownership, we regain control. We may not be able to change the circumstances we are in, but we can change how we respond to them. We can choose to take action, to move forward, and to make the best of whatever situation we find ourselves in. I also emphasize the importance of aiming for something positive. When we set our sights on a goal, no matter how small, it gives us direction. It gives us something to work towards, something to focus on. Without a goal, we are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. But when we have a goal, we have purpose. We have something that drives us, something that motivates us to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Another important aspect of my message is the power of resilience. Life will knock us down, there's no avoiding that. But what matters is how we respond when we're down. Do we stay down, or do we get back up and keep moving? Resilience is the ability to keep going, even when things are tough. It's the ability to face setbacks and failures without giving up. And it's a quality that we can all develop through practice and perseverance. The more we push ourselves to keep going, the more resilient we become. My story is also a reminder of the importance of perspective. How we choose to view a situation can have a profound impact on how we experience it. If we see a setback as a failure, it will feel like a failure. But if we see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, it becomes a stepping stone to something better. Perspective is powerful. It can turn a seemingly negative situation into a positive one. It can help us see opportunities where others see obstacles, and it can give us the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Reflecting on my story, it's clear that the most important thing we can do when faced with challenges is to keep moving. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be moments when we feel like we've lost our way. But it's in those moments that we have the greatest opportunity for growth. By taking action, by choosing to move forward even when the path is unclear, we give ourselves the chance to learn, to adapt, and to find new opportunities. The lesson here is not to wait for the perfect solution or for things to get easier. The lesson is to start walking, to take action, and to trust that by doing so, we will find our way. It's about reframing challenges as opportunities, about seeing setbacks not as the end, but as the beginning of something new. It's about using our past experiences as a guide, and about focusing on the possibilities rather than the obstacles. No matter where you are in life, no matter how lost you might feel, remember this: you have the power to keep moving. You have the power to start walking, to find your way out of the woods, and to create a new path for yourself. It won't always be easy, and there will be times when you feel like giving up. But if you keep moving, if you keep looking for opportunities, you will find your way. And in the process, you'll discover just how strong and resilient you truly are. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's about embracing the challenges, finding the courage to take that first step, and trusting that the path will reveal itself as you move forward. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into stepping stones, and doubts into determination. So start walking, start taking action. And remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards growth, towards resilience, and towards a brighter future. You are stronger than you think, and you have everything you need within you to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Keep moving, keep walking, and never stop believing in your ability to find your way.